This video is brought to you by subscriptions, a better way to experience your YouTube subscriptions on the iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. Download it in the App Store today. Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris here, iTouchiPodz, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Candyshell Flip. It's not the case, is it? So here we have the Candyshell Flip. This is from Speck. If you guys didn't guess it, you should know their Candyshell line by now. But this is going to be the review of the Speck Candyshell Flip. That's your little flip part. So without further ado, let's go ahead. I haven't done this in a while and get right on into this. Hey guys, so like I said, I have the review to do for you guys of the Speck Candyshell Flip. And no, it doesn't allow your iPhone to do backflips, although that would be cool for a future update. But the Candyshell Flip is part of Speck's Candyshell line, if you couldn't already tell from the title. And it follows the same procedures as the Candyshell does. In most Candyshell cases, you get that nice, hard plastic, as well as that shock-absorbing silicone. In this case, you can see the difference between the two, as in the black is where your hard plastic is. That's where you're going to be able to take hard hits or scratches from. And the light blue aqua, or they call it peacock, that you're seeing is where the silicone is, where all your shock absorption is coming from, so your iPhone can just bounce back after a fall. Now if we take a look at the back part of the case here, you guys can see it has a nice glossy black finish. If you're not interested in this color combo, definitely check out their website. They have tons more, like white raspberry, which is like a pink. They have this blue and peacock, and they also have a black and a gray. You also have Speck's logo right here along with their name, which is really neat. You have your camera cutout, which is nice and wide. Speck's doing that with all their new cases, which is great, so you don't have to worry about any of the flashback issues. And you have the hinge piece down here in blue, which I'll show you a little bit more about in a second. And you have a nice little outline, and you have your corners with the silicone material as well. Now, if we go and flip the case over to the other side, you guys see you have that nice peacock color here on the inside, and you have all these little air pockets here that help with your shock absorption and your silicone piece that's in there, that silicone material. No, it's not two pieces, but they're fused together, and that silicone material is where you're going to be getting your shock absorption from, and you have Speck down here as well. And all those little holes actually look really nice on this case. It makes it look a little bit different. Yes, you're not going to notice it when your iPhone is actually in the case, but still, it looks nice. It's very appealing. You have silicone continued all throughout the case on the inside, so wherever your iPhone is touching the case is going to be silicone. It's where you're going to get shock absorption, which is pretty much all around this case. Now, like I said before, that hinge part, this hinge right here is what defines this case. It's what defines this Switch Easy Flip. What it does is it allows it to flip out and allows your iPhone to dock in any station. Now, this is made out of the same silicone material as the rest of the case, so it's going to bend a lot. You can bend this as many times as you want. It's not going to snap off. Don't worry about that over time, unless you have this case for like 20 years and it eventually falls off. But for me so far, I haven't had any issues with that fraying or coming apart at all. So now we're going to take our iPhone 4S and put it inside this case. It's very simple. You can either plop it in like that or slide it in. I'm going to go ahead and do the volume rocker side first, volume button side first, and just push everything in, and it slides in very easily. This is one of Speck's cases that is very easy to get your iPhone in and out of, unlike the Candyshell card case. That's why reason why I do enjoy using this case is because it's very easy for me as a reviewer to slide my iPhone in and out of this case a lot to check out other cases. And if you're someone that switches up cases a lot, this case will also be nice for you, as it is very easy to take your iPhone in and out. Now, if we look at the iPhone, you got to see that you have the nice blue silicone bezel that comes across the top of your screen, which also gives you that lay-on-the-table design, so whatever surface you're putting your iPhone on, don't worry about that. It's not going to be touching your screen. That's what the nice bezel that comes up and around is for. And you guys can see everything fully accessible. Nothing's blocked off. On the side here, you have your volume buttons and your vibrate switch right there, which are very easily accessible. Just like that, very easy. And the buttons feel very nice when you push them. The silicone material that's used in this case, it's very soft and it's very smooth. It's not like other rugged silicones. I really enjoy this. Same thing here with your top button. You have that nice silicone material, and it feels really nice to push the buttons. You have your open headphone jack with your microphone as well. You don't have to worry about any headphone issues, as that is a very small divot. At the bottom here, you have your fully open dock, and your speaker and your microphone are easily opened as well. Now, like I said, on the corners here, you have that silicone materials that injects into every corner. So most of the time when you're dropping your iPhone, it's going to tumble and hit one of the corners. So you have the ability for the case to absorb the shock in the corner and send it throughout the rest of the case and not your iPhone. On the back here, you guys can see that nice wide cutout we talked about earlier for the camera. So any flashback issues you may have had in the past with other cases, you're not going to be experiencing with this case. Okay, so here we have our cute little panda, and we have our Candyshell Flip. Problem? trying to dock our iPhone, and it's not going to connect all the way because the case won't allow it to reach the bottom of the dock, and it won't allow you to plug in your iPhone all the way. So, what do? Well, I guess we could take the whole case off and have our iPhone unprotected, but no. We have the Candyshell Flip, which allows us to flip the bottom open, you guys can see right there, and it stays there, and dock very simply like that, and your iPhone sits all the way in a dock. Now, this is just one example. If you have, say, a Dexum dual dock, if you have any other type of dock out there, this case will work with most of those docks. As you guys can see, all the room that this gives your iPhone to dock in that station. You guys see, you can fold this up and hold it all the way up here even if you needed to. But if you let it go, it will stay right there so you don't have to hold it. And you can maneuver it around wherever the dock happens to be. And plug it in very easily all the way, allowing your iPhone to sync, charge, or play your favorite music. Once you're done, it's very easy to put the case back in your iPhone. Just push it on. You're good to go. You'll feel it snap back on. And you can put it back in your pocket with your Speck Candyshell Flip. And you're good to go. Now, this case is available on Speck's website for $34.95. Which is quite pricey. That's the only thing I don't really like about Speck is their prices. They do tend to be a little bit on the higher end. But you do get a very nice, high-quality case. I mean, this case right here, you guys see the gloss finish. Downside that I would have to say about this case, other than the price, would be the scratches. You can see every little scratch, niche, anything you want to call it, you could see on this glossy back. I don't know if you can see it in the video exactly. You can see a nice big one up there. You can see all the scratches, fingerprints, everything will show up on the glossy part of this case. Not the silicone pieces, but the glossy black back. You're going to see tons of fingerprints. You're going to see every single little scratch, which at first, when you first get the case, it looks great without all the scratches. But after a day of use, it's going to be covered in scratches, and it's going to look unless you see it from a distance or in different lighting. You won't notice all the scratches, but I do. I'm a reviewer. I'm going to notice little things like that. I don't know if my friends have noticed the scratches on the case, or if my family's noticed the scratches on the case, or anybody that's seen me with this case has noticed the scratches, but I noticed them, and the dings, everything like that. They'll all show up on this case, and that's going to happen from change being in your pocket, from your keys being in your pocket, whatever it happens to be. They're going to hit up against this case, and it's going to scratch the case. Yes, it's not scratching your iPhone, it's scratching the case, but it will show up, and you want your case to look good. And maybe if they can come up with some kind of scratch-resistant material, throw that into this case, that would be perfect. But this case is a little bit pricey for $35. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys make the decision on buying this one. I'm not going to give you a total definite yes or no, but I will let you know it's got great functionality. It looks awesome. It'll protect your iPhone from drops with the silicone and the hard plastic shell combining as a team to protect your iPhone 4S. Yeah, I mean, it's a great case. It's easy to get in and out. It's got the flip panel back, the dual layer protection, tons of different colors, and the only downside is the scratches and the price. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys decide on this one if you want to buy it, pick it up or not. For more information, definitely go and check out speckproducts.com, and hopefully if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll give it a thumbs up. It helps me, it supports my channel. And let me know what you guys think about this case down below. Would you buy it? Does the scratch factor and the price kind of kill it for you guys? Would you still get it? Do you still want to buy it? Does that not matter to you? Let me know in a comment down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Lil Panda for making a guest appearance. And I will see you guys in the next one. Favorite, comment, thumbs up, subscribe. And I'll flip you guys later. A peace. Subscribing to iTouchiPodz would be the best decision of your life.